Hey, what's going on everyone, this is iReviews. In today's video, I will take a look at some of the jailbreak tweaks that you can find within iOS 11. So of course, over the years, Apple has gotten a lot of tweaks, a lot of ideas, a lot of features from the jailbreak community and has put them into iOS. So on iOS 11, we have quite a lot of those. So in this video, I will show you guys 10 features of iOS 11 which already have been on jailbroken devices. So let's get started with the control center. So the new iOS 11 control center brings a lot of new cool features. So of course, a lot of people are not liking the design of the new control center, but the new features are there and are much needed. Let's get started with the very useful one: turning on cellular data from the control center. So this has been on jailbroken devices for a long time now. You can go ahead and install a tweak called CC Data More, and you will have this button right here that allows you to turn on or off the cellular data directly from the control center of your device. Also, you can go ahead and turn on the low power mode directly from the control center. This is CC Low Power, is a tweak that will add this extra button to the control center, and it allows you to quickly turn on the low power mode. Right here on iOS 11, this button has been added, so right now you can customize the control center on iOS 11 and you can add more buttons, and one of them is also the low power mode button. Also, we have here CC Screen Recorder, which is a tweak that allows you to record the screen of your device directly from the control center. So you just tap there, and when you go back, you tap once more, and it will go ahead and save the video, the screen recording, to your photo library. This is exactly the same as on iOS 11. So on iOS 11, you will have this button right here. Tap there, it starts recording the screen. You tap once more, and the video will be saved on the photo library. On iOS 11, finally Apple has added a feature that allows us to move more than one icon at a time. Of course, if you have ever jailbroken your device, you probably know multi-icon mover. This tweak allows you to move as many icons as you want at the same time. You just go here to the wiggle mode, you tap on them like this. You just tap on the icons. Okay, let me just dismiss that. And why this keeps showing up? So you just see these red check marks. You go to the page where you want to move them, click like this, and you will move all the icons at the same time. Apple has added this feature to iOS 11. It's not as easy as that doing it, but the feature is there and you can finally move more than one icon at a time. Another much awaited feature to iOS is the dark mode. Even though Apple is not calling it a dark mode, on iOS 11 you can find it. It's called Smart Invert, and it will invert the colors and add this dark mode to iOS 11. But right here on the iPhone 5s here, I have the Eclipse 4 tweak. This tweak brings the dark mode to iOS, and it has been on jailbroken devices for a few years now. If you had a jailbroken device, you could enjoy the dark mode way before than iOS 11. On the new iOS 11 control center, you can now enable and disable toggles of the control center. So you can basically customize it. You can add the ones you need and disable the ones you don't use. Well, on iOS jailbroken devices, you could do that with CC settings or flip control center. So you can add extra toggles and quick launches. Also, you can disable any of them. So you can see here the settings of this tweak. You just go to the active switches, and here you can enable, disable, or even rearrange any of them. On the new Notes app on iOS 11, you can now finally pin your most important notes at the top of the notes list. A few days before the release of the first beta of iOS 11, there was a tweak released called Thumbtack, and it allows you to do just that. So you just press and hold one of your notes, and as you can see, it will pin it at the top. iOS 11 now has a one-handed mode for the keyboard. One-handed keyboard is a tweak that has been released I think 2 years ago, and it gives you the same option, but here it will also give you these extra buttons to cut, copy and paste a text. So basically this same layout here of the keyboard to use it with one hand, that can be done with one-handed. This tweak only works on iOS 9. It hasn't been updated to work with iOS 10, but it was there. Another option is one-handed wizard, I think it's called. That's another tweak that does basically that. It will shrink down the screen of your device so you can use the keyboard with one hand. iOS 11 now gives you the option to customize the gestures for the Apple AirPods. You could do that way before on jailbroken devices with this tweak called Siliqua. Here it gives you the option to customize the gesture and perform any of these actions that you want using the gesture. Another new feature of iOS 11 is the ability to view GIFs on the Photos app. Well, on jailbroken devices, this was here, I believe, since iOS 7. GIF Viewer was a tweak which unfortunately has not been updated to work with iOS 10. It works from iOS 7 up to iOS 9, but it allowed you to view GIFs on the Photos app. So that's it for this video, guys. These were 10 features that you can find on iOS 11 which have been taken from jailbreak tweaks, or basically they were first on jailbroken devices. So that is it. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Also go ahead and follow me on my social media. You will find the links in the description of the video.